It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And everyone's eyes goes to Jahmyr Gibbs. He'll be a focal point of his offense this week. It's the Lions and the Packers on Thursday night primetime.
It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate Scott, Brock Huard here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking the sweep, and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt.
Yeah.
These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is, you know your division foes better than anybody, and they...
Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Khalif Raymond to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. And leading them out in his 9th NFL season, he experienced a real resurgence last year. It's Jared Goff.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Javon Bullard bringing that play to an end. Well, this late in the year, Brock, just about every team in the league, as we all know, is battling some injury woes, and these guys are no exception.
It's an unfortunate byproduct of any sport, but especially the trauma involved in this sport. You're going to lose guys over the course of a season, and the later in the season you're dealing with injuries, the more the depth of your roster is so tested. And now it's time for those lesser-known names to make their name.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 3rd down.
Penalty not helping their cause for this 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So now it's the Packers getting out on offense for their opening drive. Bringing them out, someone who wowed last year in his first chance as a starter, Jordan Love.
Last week was the ideal showing for him and really allowed his offense to feed off of him. He elevated everybody around him. Just got to look at his stat line to see how well he was throwing the ball. 300-plus yard game, several touchdowns, tremendous efficiency.
It's an option right that begins this drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
He's throwing deep to the left side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Love to throw. This one taken in by Kraft. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
So 4th down, here comes Daniel Whelan to send it flying for the Packers. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Lions and wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown getting set for their next drive. And as he approaches the 100 catch mark for the season, you can see that his pace has been among the best in the NFL so far. Goff on 1st and 10. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Javon Bullard bringing that play to an end. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Putting the tight end in motion. Here's 2nd and 7. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Gets this one to Patrick. He's able to cross midfield before going out. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Second down now, 7 to go. Again, it's Gibbs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. From the gun, Goff. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st down throw from Goff. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's Goff. He finds Laporta. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Javon Bullard bringing that play to an end. So now here's 3rd and 5. Throwing again, it's Goff. That's caught for the 1st. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's a give to Gibbs. He breaks the tackle, and he's able to fight this down to the 2. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running it with David Montgomery. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Goff now on 3rd down. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your 2nd read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Green Bay offense returning to the field for their second possession. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Love from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
That's reeled in by Jayden Reed. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Love out of the shotgun. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Shotgun now for Love. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
That's a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. A tight end in motion now. On 1st down, it's Goff. Laporta with the grab. Pushing it up past the 30. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Goff. Hits him on the out route. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I love throwing on 1st down, and when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They go play action with Goff. That's to the sideline. It's a catch by Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They have second and pretty long here. Still sticking with the passing game. And the Packers are there. He's hauled down. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
So a really tough spot here. This is third and a country mile. Goff setting to throw. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's there. Fair catch called for and taken. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Packers will take over possession. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, no, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Terrion Arnold has it. And the Lions are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Oh, man, I'm having to hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Got to think that that, in part, led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run. Kind of like Tom Brady, right? But he's the essence of it. He's the GOAT. Why? Because he sets his feet. He's so fundamentally sound. The chance of interception so much higher when your fundamentals are no good.
It's okay, partner. It's going to be okay. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's second and goal. Out of the shotgun. Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that brings up third and goal. Goff back to throw. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions parlay the interception into points. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Lions double their lead to 14. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there one play before they were picked off.
They're kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. Play fake, it's Love. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now Love. He fires one deep down the middle. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. to throw again. This one taken in by Kraft. And he gets a small chunk there before he's touched down. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Here's Love to throw. Finds his man. It's Kraft. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. He'll throw it yet again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice. That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And that's going to keep the difference at 14 points.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. They're up 2 touchdowns and could make it a 3-score game here. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. It's taken in by Williams. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Gibbs now from the gun. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Off play action, Goff. Finds Laporta. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Williams coming in motion right. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 16. He finds Laporta. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 3rd and just 2 to go.
It's a gain of 4. It's his 3rd and 2.
Throwing again, it's Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Intended target there was Sam Laporta. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. Bates' kick is up and good. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Return starts at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Packers all set to get back out there. And things starting to get a little out of hand for him, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. Reed's got it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. 1st down, ball at the 36. Love from the gun. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And he gets him around 6 there. That was a Fatu Melifonwu there to make the play. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. So now here's 3rd and 5. Love out of the shotgun. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Packers at a deficit. All set up now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. Completes this one to Kraft. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Love now to throw. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Terrion Arnold has it. And the Lions are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First down throw from Goff. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived.
Defense.
He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. On 1st down, it's Goff. He puts some power on it. They connect on the deep shot. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions boat racing them to the halftime locker room. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions make it a 24-point ball game. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. From the 34. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
You know, these third and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. At time on third and short, they can't get the job done.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Lions are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
At the 25-yard line.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. From the gun, Goff. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brought down by Quay Walker. And the Packers will go with a dime look. Third down coming. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it second. Jack Fox on to punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And hardly any time remaining for them in this game. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. He's got a gain of 6 there. That was a Fatu Melifonwu there to make the play. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. We've arrived at halftime here in Detroit. The Lions defending their building. They've got the lead at the break. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. We'll start in the early window and begin up in Minneapolis. A tough one for the homestanding Vikings, as they'll be forced to reckon with the Atlanta Falcons. Good games in the late afternoon as well, one being out in Santa Clara, where it'll be the 49ers taking on the Chicago Bears. Finally, on Monday Night Football, a good one, Bengals and Cowboys from AT&T Stadium. The Lions got a very strong performance out of their quarterback, Jared Goff. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters, as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing, Love. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Play fake, it's Love. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down. To the air with Love. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
On second down, Jacobs. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. Takes the handoff, now Love. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Lions get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
The home teams ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They bring the tight end in motion. Goff on 1st and 10. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Motion man sent left. They go play action with Goff. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first, with some room to spare.
They're set up at the 35 now. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. This is complete to Gibbs.
Awareness. Kate, you hear me and so many others talk about it a lot with quarterbacks, but it's critical for every unit on a football field. And for the defense right there, to have an awareness of knowing where the marker was and to make sure that completion wasn't going to move the chains. That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And he's been the victim of 3 interceptions already in this game, Brock. Passing lanes kind of reminding me of LA traffic. Pretty hazardous throughout this game.
Yeah, just a mess and nowhere to go. And it's an awful place both on the highway. And trust me, when you're in the pocket looking at this defense, too, it's miserable. Everything's been contested. Everything's been hard. No gimmies. It's a real testament to the work this secondary has done to prepare for this matchup.
This is reeled in by Reed. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They're going play action. That finds Jacobs, complete.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. Love to throw again. This finds Dobbs. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. 2nd and 6 coming up here. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Love. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. The offense headed out now for Detroit. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Now Goff. Able to find Wright. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Edger and Cooper takes it away. And the Packers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
I know he started the play as a defender. Gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
And it's still largely a rough outline, Brock. Not a finalized picture just yet, but our playoffs are starting to take shape. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Jacobs will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect.
And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But, hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. Breaks another tackle, but the ball's out! The ball is out! And they steal it back on the return.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. And when they fly down the field, they got 2 things in mind, Kate. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Stopped on the play by Zadarius Smith. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
At the Lions' 26-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. We'll have him gain about a handful there. That was a Fatu Melifonwu there to make the play. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down. Here's Love to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. Stiff arm success. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Jacobs. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. They're 3 yards closer to the end zone. Here comes 2nd and goal. Again, it's Jacobs. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Packers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. McManus on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers drop the lead back to 13.
Packers 14.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At the 33-yard line.
Goff. Jukes out a one-stop. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing is gone. Finds his man. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Javon Fuller bringing that play to an end.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing again, it's Goff. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Goff to the air now. Into the hands of Gibbs. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First and 10 from the 41. From the gun, Goff. Gets it quickly to St. Brown. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's second and inches. From the 31. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
I'm sure coach, play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it's second down coming up. Throwing it again here. Wright reels it in. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Battle coming up on third and inches. Off play action, Goff. That's caught for the first. Touchdown, Detroit. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. The Lions offense looks like they're staying out there. We got a 2-point try coming up.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. It's a foot race. The 40. The 20. And that is 2 points the other way as he takes the pick the entire way back. So the 2-point call does end up yielding 2 points, but definitely not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
No, I don't think it's the first thing on the audience mind as they get ready to run it, but it's definitely on the defensive mind to make up for the touchdown they just gave up. They're looking for opportunities to affect the score, and this time they were able to.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Out now runs the Packer offense. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Love from the gun. Finds him on the slant. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Shotgun now for Love. Finds the in route complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First down throw, here's Love. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. Ball and defender right at the exact same time there. And it's going to be second down. Love out of the shotgun. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
That'll be complete to Jacobs. And he's brought down for a loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Oh no, they get him yet again! Brian Branch has it! And the Lions take over on his 5th interception of the season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it right too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
1st and 10 from the 41. The Lions offense returning to the field. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Second down now, 7 to go.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard.
They give up the gut to Montgomery. And he's able to push forward and get them to the 34. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Gibbs on the carry. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 4th and 1.
On 4th down, the Lions going to try to put 3 on the board here with Jake Bates. Ball spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. Bates' kick is up and good. And that extends the lead to 20.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand. Return
coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. This offense ready to get going again now. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Love. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
1st down, Packers.
Love now. This one taken in by Kraft. And he's tackled for a short gain.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Love now to throw. Completes this one to Kraft. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set going for it. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Terrion Arnold has it. And the Lions get it as he makes his third interception in this game. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a third time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
Running it with Gibbs. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6.
They motion the tight end over. Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions approaching win number 7 on the year. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Goff back to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Packers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, it'll put that opposing offense right back out there, still reeling from that interception.
Back out runs their offense. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So 2nd down coming up. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Looking right, and he finds him. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. First down from the red zone. Able to get it to Reed. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Loves to throw again. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. You've got to keep moving quick here. Still sticking with the passing game. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Kirby Joseph picks it.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repairable, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading his coverages at all, and is clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
The Lions getting ready to return to the field. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. This will be a nice win for the Lions, who draw closer to it as they take a knee.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
They hold him to a modest gain here to the 19. So it's 1 for the win column for the Lions. And they take not just a victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one as they finish off the sweep of their division rivals. So that's it for us here. Brock Huard, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.